Jail, August 1942. False papers? What false papers? I have a shop where we make religious statues. Are you sure you have the right name? Asked Japp. He sat in the center of a room surrounded by men from the Bureau of Jewish Affairs. Don't bother playing dumb, said an agent. We know you're involved in a counterfeiting ring. If you give us some names, we'll let you go home. They grilled Japp through the night, but failed to make him change his story. After 3 weeks of frustration, the Dutch transferred him to the Germans. For most prisoners, the jail of the German security police was the last stop before the train ride to Mauthausen, the concentration camp for enemies of the state. Japp shared his close-sized cell with 3 others. The only light came from a hole in the door. A guard passed 4 slices of bread through it in the morning and a bowl of watery soup at night. A bucket in the corner was the toilet, and they slept on the floor. Japp discovered a friend in the next cell, Isaac, the sculptor, who was also part of Japp's underground ring. They communicated through a hole next to a pipe in the wall. Isaac felt his time was running out. One day, he had a request for Japp. It's about my son Max, he whispered through the wall. He just turned 13. I want him to live, Japp. Would you take care of him? Isaac, I doubt any of us will get out of here, said Japp. You might, I won't. He's staying with my sister, please. The next day, guards came for Japp and led him into the interrogation hall. For more than 3 hours, the Nazis beat and slapped him, trying to break his will, but they couldn't get any further information out of him. Finally, they threw him into a standing cell, a narrow box with just enough room to stand. Hours passed until finally the door opened. Come, said the guard, pointing a gun. He led Japp through a maze of halls and finally opened a huge wooden door to a blinding flood of sunlight. Ross, the guard shouted, shoving Japp into the cobblestones. The door slammed behind him. He rubbed his eyes and hoped he wasn't dreaming. After 2 months, the enemy's hand, he was suddenly free. After 2 months in the enemy's hands, he was suddenly free again.